on the ONTT platform. I will be showing basic features. So basically, we are able to connect to various databases, data sources, and file systems or different files. We also have the capability to connect to REST APIs from very popular providers like Shopify, Stripe, AWS, and query them as if we're talking to a database. But basically, all the queries that we can run on those data sources, we can do with agents too. So I have created a sample agent just for this demo. And this agent already has connection to databases. This is a Postgres database, an operational database. There is some example file which I have uploaded, and we can ask very simple questions on those data and see how the agent will process them, give provenance on the way it arrives at the answer, and helps in operational needs. Let's ask this question. So, for example, I wanted to query a file, which is a logistic file, which shows delivery of items to an outlet. And so let's say, show me record from transfer order file, which we uploaded right there. The agent is configured to see those files. So it's going through the files now, and it cannot give analysis of how it ran its query on the file. You can download actually what it found. You can actually go through the records in that file. You can go more. This is actually intentionally a very well formatted file. And so the agent is able to recognize the columns and make sure it makes the file looks meaningful in the query. This is the thought process, which is showing you how it arrives at the answer. This can be developed further to look more readable, but this is good for provenance on what the agent is doing, how it did it, what input it got, and things like that. So this is querying a file. We can try something similar with relational database. In this case, this is a Postgres database. And we can ask the agent a question about, show me home rentals with 2 rooms and more than 10 days in market. And so there is an home rental database here. And you can see it is going to give analysis of how it arrives at the answer, the query it ran, and how it filtered the ones in market for greater than 10 days. And if we look at it, these are actually home rentals that are on market for greater than 10 days. Again, for provenance, we can see the thought process, how the agent arrives at the answer. Let's do one more. This time around, we're going to query a CRM database. And so the CRM database, we want to show issues that are open in our CRM and as status open, and it's about battery. So let's look at that. That was fast. So it just filters out all issues in our CRM. The status is open, and they are about battery, basically. And on and on. I'd like to show one more capability, which I mentioned earlier, the ability to connect to services like Shopify, like HubSpot, and query them just the same way we've done this query. But in this part, I'm actually going to show what we call the SQL lab. So this kind of gives analysts this capability to analyze the data source which they are handling over to the agent. The agent can access this data source as well. So this is also one special development which kind of makes REST APIs behave as if they are relational database. So this is actually connecting to a real Shopify shop, and I can query them just like I'm querying a database without writing any REST query or code to make REST API call. So, and yeah, this is pulling out data from Shopify. And our agent can connect to this and do the same. This is Hacker News. I can actually query Hacker News and get information about what's published, who published it, and when it was published, the ratings, and things like that. So that's going to be the end of my demo. I just wanted to give a feel of what the platform is able to do, and I will be making more videos. Thank you.